We are stuck behind these semis hauling railroad ties. Obviously there's like a 7% grade, I think is what it said. It's a pretty steep road.
12 miles an hour.
Yeah, they're doing 12. There's signs that say that speed limit for them is 15. It's not really a big deal, but the smell, I guess it's of the railroad ties or his brakes. I don't know, but
I've had to ride the brakes.
It's overwhelming.
Constantly because he's going so slow that I have no choice but to ride the brakes the whole time.
Whew, it stinks. Anyway, we just left the Arkansas Grand Canyon and we're headed into Jasper. Oh, I think now he's going. Here, I'll show you.
What's interesting is I would be fine if it was like being extra safe by doing this on the hill, but when we were at the Grand Canyon overlook, they all three flew by us doing way too fast. So it's like they went really, really fast and dangerous and then got incredibly slow as they got close to town. And I guess maybe that's part of the rule they have to follow.
Maybe. But we're in town now. Really gonna have to air the van out.
800 feet, turn right onto Court Street.
After that. We are now going to try to learn something about the Bradley House Museum and this very cool log cabin. Well, they're closed. It says they close at 4:30. It's 4:05. Maybe next time. There's a lot of outside stuff to see. There's an old well. There's probably information about that somewhere. Is this a carriage, babe? Or a buckboard? Wagon? 1931 to 1965, Reed and Elsie Henderson lived above Parthenon, Arkansas, in what they called the bench. So is this their buckboard? Is this their house? Wagon, I mean? Let's look in it. It's empty. I'll have to do more research on what it is. But this is pretty cool. I like old homesteads. Makes you wonder about who lived here and where they went. All their descendants under the tree. Okay, there's a piece of equipment right here. Horse-drawn road grader.
Oh, not plowing.
Circa 1896.
Similar to some of the crop things we have for roads. 2 to 4 horses.
That's interesting. Across the street is a community garden. They have a quilt pattern on the barn there. I think it's a quilt pattern. All right, I'm gonna walk over to the Jasper Community Garden. Do not pick. Community garden beds are assigned. If it's not your bed, you are stealing. But how cool is that they have a community garden? I have no idea what's growing here. I would say this is corn. And these look like onions. Oh, somebody has a strawberry patch. See? And then a little picnic area back there. Where is it? Right there? I like it when communities do community gardens and it looks like people are actually utilizing them. Definitely gonna have to allot more time to Jasper in a future trip. I thought, you know, 3 quick nights would cover it, but really if you want to do all the hiking and all the stuff there is in town, and there's several good restaurants, it takes a little bit more time than what I thought.
bluffs like the real one?
Whoa. Sure enough. There are bluffs over there.
Is it microphone?
Yep.
I never expected the little buffalo to have similar beautiful bluffs as the actual buffalo. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. And
Put my hat on
wow,
because
am I zoomed in?
Put my hat on because I don't think my hair is that nice for the camera.
There's a sign over there that says Guinea Crossing.
I've never seen a sign that says that, and I'm curious, are there actually guineas around here?
I want to see this. This is amazing. What in the world?
I did not know that this section looks just like the buffalo. That's nuts. There's someone kayaking. Hey, and this isn't flooded like the buffalo. The buffalo is extremely
Can you
high
float
right
the
now.
little buffalo? I guess.
Well, there's someone on there.
All right, you need to find a place to park.
It's turquoise water with gravel bed, just like the buffalo, and I cannot believe there are actually bluffs here. That's unbelievable.
There's shade.
Okay. Babe, what? I thought it was gonna be a little trickle.
I know.
We have to tell our new friend.
I just like the way you said trickle.
Are you filming?
Yes.
No!
You said trickle.
That was not for recording.
Okay, Jasper. Looks like you've been hiding something.
What's the biggest surprise I can ever think of?
What in the world?
When I read Little Buffalo, I thought it would be, I don't know, nothing even remotely the same.
I mean, this is
section looks like a buffalo.
literally a little buffalo.
Look at the miniature, it's even a miniature bluff, like it's a little shorter, but it's the exact same rock. With
Yeah.
the painted, color.
Yeah, it looks like the painted bluffs at Buffalo Point, and there are rapids. Someone just pulled a kayak out.
You missed it.
I was
Okay,
gonna film the kayaker who went around the bend, but trust me, there used to be someone right there kayaking.
I did not know she wanted me to narrate it, and she said I sounded sleepy, so it was a big But anyway, this is gorgeous. The bluff is incredible, just like the buffalo, and the water is a shallow turquoise with a gravel bed. Surprisingly, the buffalo was so flooded it was unrecognizable. I don't know why this one, you think it would be at least pretty
We're
high.
gonna have to look at a map and see where it comes out and,
The rain didn't
all
fall
that.
up.
Okay, this right here, this image is exactly like the photo
At
at Buffalo Point, the painted bluffs.
Bluff's
I
slightly
will,
shorter, but you wouldn't know that unless you're here in person.
No, I will pop up that image here.
But I wonder if the rain didn't happen upstream from this one maybe, so it's not as affected. I'm assuming it's not normally a lot smaller than this, maybe a little bit smaller, but
I don't know, look how clear it is.
the buffalo is unfloatable right now.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
there is no floating in the buffalo. When we went down to Grinders Ferry 2 days ago,
I think it was 50 or 60 yards maybe across and rushing like crazy and muddy.
muddy. This is still
Beautiful.
beautiful, turquoise.
I wish I had a kayak with me here today.
Okay, so you have to go, it looks like you have to go across the rapids because it's trees on the other side. But that's not, I call it rapids.
Well,
it's not that bad.
The kayaker was going upstream, so it's clearly slow enough that she can go against the current pretty easily, and you can go that way. Probably for a ways.
It's beautiful. And this is, we're at Bradley Park. Behind me is, I think it was ball fields and
It's a city park.
a city park. So there were playgrounds, a stage, I guess they have concerts.
Okay, I'm very jealous because the city parks near our home do not have a
This.
little buffalo that it wraps on the map. You can see it wraps around the park. It's gorgeous. So you could kayak with this scenery and be at your baseball game. It's amazing.
Yeah. Please send tips on how to relocate to Jasper.
Is that Round Mountain, or I don't know if it is, but there is a Round Mountain there. I'm not sure if that's the one that we drove by with the
It
trail.
looks like a round mountain to me.
May not be the right one, but there is a pretty round mountain right there.
I'm gonna walk down to the rapids without getting my good shoes muddy because my other good shoes, I nearly fell in the buffalo at Grinders Ferry because it was muddy and slick. I'm down to one good pair of shoes for this trip, people. Here are the rapids.
This is so surprisingly nice. It'd be nice on a hot day to come with a picnic and spend the day here. You could swim or kayak.
If we lived anywhere near here, we would be here.
This would be a great Saturday, just hanging out, swimming and playing in the water.
Where we are, there's a tiny city park nearby with a little bitty pond. It does not look like this.
It's not nearly as nice as this.
No. And then I think the road that we drove in on is up there, because there are definitely cars going up and down there. I think that's where we came. We just couldn't see this because of all the trees. All right, babe, skip it. I couldn't see them. How many?
I'm not sure. Maybe 5.
2?
Yeah.
2? Not 2.
You found another one?
3.
Okay, we're ready. I hear water dripping. Ooh, I almost fell over. There's water dripping. Just to the left of that big white mark.
This one looks like a drip of rain.
A drip of rain? Hold still. I see what you're saying. Are you gonna keep it or skip it?
Keep it. I have all these other ones.
Those are very good. And they're very pretty.
And this little ball one.
We should probably leave them here, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Did you see her?
That's-
Almost to the other side.
That was very good. Somewhere around here is a little waterfall. I want to say it's further up there.
Mowing with the
Take the
extension
second
cord.
left onto Stone Street, then turn right onto Court Street.
Listen, Lola. An extension cord push mower, and that always seemed like such a pain to me, having to constantly get it out of your way like you would a vacuum, except if you mess up.
You don't want to mess that up. You are making a left.
This building is actually blocking the entire view.
Hold it, bikers.
I know. This building is a blind spot. Look how close the building is to this road.
A lot of bikers.
Oh boy. You shouldn't have waited on this one, I guess.
Come on, guy, you can do it.
Look at the blind spot here for this building. It's right on the road.
Yeah, it really is. Very close to the road. We are at the square here in Jasper, and we are headed over to the historic Ozark Cafe here in a minute. It's been here for over 100 years. I want to say I read 109. We know it's at least 100. And Bubba's Buffalo River store is over here, and we're gonna go there in a few days. And then the visitor center where we met Lisa is right over there. And then right here in the center, of course, is the Newton County Courthouse. It's this beautiful stone building, and it says it was built in 1939 by the WPA. I wish we could go in, but I'm pretty sure it's closed. But this is, Timothy and I were talking about how we love squares like this, where you can actually walk. I would say Heber Springs is kind of like this, but it's actually more busy. It's not, you can walk it, but this is a little calmer. Bikes. I would imagine this is a popular place to ride motorcycles because of all the curvy roads and beautiful scenery. So they're probably getting burgers. Let's go eat. We're gonna check out the the Ozark Cafe. We got the fried pickle spears.
And they are good.
Well, that was spectacular, and it seems like a lot of the locals come and eat here. I mean, why not? It's fantastic. If you're wondering how a restaurant can stay in business for over 100 years, it's because of food like that. The chicken fried steak was fantastic. I don't even like chicken fried steak. It was amazing. We've got a malt to go, an Oreo malt. These people know how to make malts. The quesadilla, like, we didn't have one thing that wasn't spectacular. We also have ice cream in a to-go box, so we have to drive back to the rental very quickly because it's going to be a puddle in the car.
And keep it level.
And keep it level. Good morning. We have checked out of the Scenic Hideaway, but we're headed back into Jasper because there are a few things that we want to do before we head to Eureka. One of those is check out Jasper Pizza Company, and we are going to stop by Lost Valley Trail as long as it doesn't rain again. It's been a very rainy trip so far. It was raining when we got up this morning. If we do get to do Lost Valley, the waterfalls should really be flowing.
But the trails will be probably super muddy as well.
Yeah, it'll be muddy. There's a guy behind me in a truck, and I'm in a minivan on a gravel road, so I'm sure he really wants to get around me. We're back downtown in Jasper, and there's a farmer's market going on in the square. We'll walk around there in a minute, but right now we're headed in Bubba's. Well, we got a hat and a mug. Garrison was very kind and he gave us a mug. And then we got an Eclipse hat because they're on sale. And they're very pretty.
The color.
Oh yeah,
And
very pretty.
It has a buffalo on it, which is great.
I love this color. And the bag is a souvenir.
To the road is going to be Cow's Landing, or you're going to go to Ord, okay? And then right over here, right before you start going down to Ponca, is Still Creek.
Okay, but which road is it on the road?
Yeah,
is it on 74?
It's all on 74. You can't miss it. All on 74. Still Creek. It's going to be huge. It's a big entrance. You go down there. You can see the bluffs. You can see the river.
Okay.
Yeah. So then the elk. If you don't see the elk are not going to be at the viewing area because it's early.
It's the wrong time. Yeah.
But look, because they're always here.
Okay.
And in this rain, they may be out. So all the way until you get to Kingston, you may be able to see the elk. So look. Make sure that you look. How you guys like?
We made it to the Jasper Mercantile booth, which is Alma's booth, which she won't be on here. You can stick your arm out, Alma. There's her arm. Anyway, that's where my shirt is from, and Timothy's shirt. And she has all of these beautiful Buffalo National River shirts. And are these like Jeep Jam shirts?
Yes.
She's got everything. And I even have some of your stickers, which I have not stuck to anything because they're too pretty.
Okay.
I'm
well,
keeping them, you know, because
well-
what if I change my mind?
Yes, because where you stick it, it will stay.
It
We
will
put on the
stay.
kayaks.
Exactly. And
syrup.
the famous hickory syrup, which
And
is
we have
so
a new
good.
bottle for the 8-ounce, but suppliers are out of the 16-ounce.
I like that bottle.
So.
So you can get everything at jaspermercantile.com.
Yes.
And they're on Facebook. Bathroom break in the courthouse. This has got to be the friendliest town ever. Mount Ida is friendly too. Actually, there's a lot of friendly towns, and Jasper is one of them.
It's this thing. Look. It's this thing. Hey.
It's time for some pizza. It's 12:30, and I had yogurt for breakfast, so it's time to eat. Whoops. Well, that was spectacular. And we got a cannoli. I don't think I've ever had a cannoli, but we'll be eating that later. We're going to have a few more stops, and then we're heading to the car to go do some hiking before going on to Eureka, because we really have to hike off everything we just ate.
Like this.
Now we have to figure out something cool to talk about.
You asked me something?
I was gonna say, take it away. No, okay. Hang on, this looks a little weird.
It's
Should we
recording.
be in front of it?
I don't know.
Or should
Hang on,
we-
hang on. I think if it's closer. Okay, this is Lisa.
Yes.
And tell us where we are.
Okay, so you are at the Little Buffalo River Convention and Visitor Center here in Jasper, Arkansas.
What are like maybe one hike that you think no one should miss, or two hikes?
Right. So I would say Lost Valley out towards Ponca would be a no-brainer, because there's so many different things. I like to hike and like to have a big payout at the end of it. So
Right.
on the Lost Valley Trail, you're gonna see a natural bridge, a cave, and a waterfall.
Okay.
So that's definitely worth it, along with all the spring flowers that are native to the area.
Okay. And then other things, because we were just talking a minute ago when we weren't filming about some historic things around town. So what are some highlights that people could hit if they're just going to be here briefly?
Well, everyone needs to eat at the Ozark Cafe. It's a local landmark. You also need to check out the Bradley House Museum here on Clark Street. It's beautiful. You need to go down to our Bradley Park and check out the Little Buffalo River. It's gorgeous. There is a waterfall out there as well.
When you aren't working, where are you?
Oh gosh.
What are your favorite places?
So I am totally in love with Richland Creek wilderness area. I do a lot of waterfall hiking, waterfall chasing and hiking, and that is the most beautiful area. And if you're lazy, you can see two of those from your vehicle and never get
What?
out the car. Yes, absolutely gorgeous.
Okay.
Falling Waterfalls, you drive right up to it, and Six Finger Falls.
I did not know that.
Yes, and you can also go swimming in those falls as well in the summer. We get out of church on Sunday, we grab a pizza, bring our swimsuits, and we hop in, and I love it. So
Learn something new.
Yes.
And you are a Jeeper.
yes.
So
yes.
where are there like Jeep trails around here? or-
Yeah, so you can download the Gaia Maps, and Gaia Maps will show you all the open roads for Forest Service, for the United States
Okay.
Forest Service, and those will tell you the roads that are open and closed, and you can put different layers on top of those to tell you where to camp. We've spent a lot of time recently down on Mulberry, which is
Okay.
gorgeous, around the Ozark area.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever been to the Ozark Cafe. No. Really nice, really great food. So
I've
we had
heard
fun
so much
there.
about it, but we'll get there.
Yeah, you'll get there eventually. So that's pretty cool. The Mulberry River is absolutely gorgeous. So we did some camping there, as well as around Big Piney. We love that area. Car Wash Falls, just so many neat places to camp.
My biggest thing when we go somewhere new is I feel like there's so much to do, or that we're gonna miss something.
Sure.
And there's only so much Googling you can do.
Right.
You know, where can people get information? And
well, you can get all that information here, the hiking information, the visitor guides, the map to the Buffalo River. Everyone should have this in their car if you come to this area. We have things to do in Newton County and Jasper, Arkansas, as well as Let's Take a Hike. If you are not coming to the area for a while, or you're planning, if they will just give me a call, I can put together visitor packets for them and mail it to them, as well as email all of this stuff. So I've done that for several people where they're wanting to come and they don't know what to do. I'm kind of like, okay, you need to hit all of these things, and here's how to get there.
Right. Okay, so we're on the square right now. So what is your 200 North Spring Street is how people get here? 200
North Spring Street. If you are at the gazebo, look across the street and you will see our building here.
And then the Facebook page is called?
So the Facebook page is called, hold on, let me think.
Jasper something.
It's Jasper something. Hold on.
I can put a link.
Look, okay, this is funny. Just let it roll. This is funny because 3 times Vistaprint has messed up my business cards. So right here, you will notice www.facebook.com /Asparias Jasper. It's supposed to say Experience Jasper,
but it's French.
Asparias. So anyway, there's my card.
Perfect.
They can look me up there, or if they want to know like events going on around town, or can actually contact me directly through JasperAREvents.com.
Oh,
that's easier.
Thank you for having
us.
us.
Yes, thank you so much for coming.
Finally, I've seen your face.
So yours too, and never met. Okay, so when you were talking one time, you were talking about cheese dip. I had no idea that cheese dip was originated in Arkansas. It was an Arkansas thing. So before you guys leave town, we have some of the best cheese dip in Jasper.
Okay.
You check out the new Jasper Pizza Company on the square.
Okay.
And order their cheese dip because
now
you will be thrilled you did. It's amazing.
We'll definitely have to try that because some people say cheese dip was invented in Texas.
Right.
But that's queso.
Queso, that's right.
Cheese
it's completely
dip.
Different.
It's different.
Yes. You will be addicted. I'm just saying.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for being here.
Well, Jasper has certainly turned out to be a ton of fun, and we can't wait to go back and catch all the things that we missed because there's so much to do there. If you liked this video, please remember to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you around the natural state.